Though yet of Hamlet, our dear brother's death, the memory be green, and that it us be fitted to bear our hearts with grief, and our whole kingdom to be contracted with one brow woe, yet so far hath discretion fought with nature, that we with wisest sorrow think on him, together with remembrance of ourselves. Therefore, our sometime sister, now our queen, the imperial jointress to this warlike state, have we as 'twere with a defeated joy, with an auspicious and dropping eye, with mirth and funeral, with dirge in marriage, with equal scale weighing delight and dole, taken to wife. Oh, schmoopsie. Nor have we here in barge or Bedouisms, which we have freely gone with this affair along, but for all our thanks. But now, my cousin Hamlet and my son. How is it the clouds still hang on you? Not so, my lord, I am too much in the sun. Good Hamlet, cast thy nighted colour off, and let thine eye look like a friend on Denmark. Do not forever with thy veiled lids seek for thy noble father in the dust. Thou know it 'tis common, all that lives must die, passing through nature into eternity. Ay, madam, it is common. If it be, why seems it so particular with thee? Seems, madam, nay, it is, I know not, seems. 'Tis not my inky cloak alone, good mother, nor the customary suits of solemn black, nor the windy suspirations of forced breath, no, nor the fruitful river in the eye, nor the dejected behavior in the visage. Together with all forms, moods, shapes of grief that can denote me truly, these indeed seem, for they are the actions that a man might play, but I have that within which passeth show. These but the trappings and suits of woe. 'Tis sweet and commendable in your nature, Hamlet, to give these mourning duties to your father. Oh, but you must know that your father lost a father, that father lost his, and the survivor bound in filial obligation for some term to do obsequious sorrow. But to persevere in obstinate condolement, it is a course of impious stubbornness. 'Tis unmanly grief, and it shows a will most incorrect to heaven. Let not thy mother lose her prayers, Hamlet. I pray thee stay with us. Go not to Wittenberg. I shall in all my best obey you, madam. Why, 'tis a loving and fair reply. Be as ourself, as in Denmark. Come, madam, the gentle and unforced of course of Hamlet sits smiling with my heart. Come away. Oh, that this too solid flesh would melt, thaw, and resolve itself into a dew, or that the everlasting had not fixed his cannon 'gainst self-slaughter. Oh, God. How weary, stale, flat, and unprofitable seems to me all the uses of this world. Fie on it. Aye, 'tis an unweeded garden that grows to seed things rank and gross in nature. Possess it merely that it should come to this. But 2 months dead, nay, not so much, not two, so excellent a king that was to this Hyperion to a satyr, so loving to my mother, he might not beteem the winds of heaven, visit her face too roughly. Heaven and earth must I remember. Why she would hang on him, as if increase in appetite had grown by what it fed on. Yet within a month, let me not think on it, frailty, thy name is woman. A little month, or ere those shoes were old with which she followed my poor father's body, like Niobe, all tears. Why she, even she, oh God, a beast that once discourse of reason would have mourned longer. Married with my uncle, my father's brother, yet no more like my father than I to Hercules. Within a month, ere yet the salt of most unrighteous tears had let the flushing in her galled eyes, she married with most wicked speed to post, with such dexterity to incestuous sheets. It is not, nor it cannot come to good. My honored lord, my most dear lord, my excellent good friends, how dost thou? Guildenstern, Rosencrantz, good lads, how do ye both? As the indifferent children of the earth, happy in that we're not over happy, on fortune's cap we're not the very button. Peace, leave wringing of your hands. Peace, sit you down, and let me wring your heart, for so I shall, if it be made of penetrable stuff. If damned custom have not brassed it so that it is proof and bulwark against sense. What have I done that thou darest wag thy tongue in noise so rude against me? Such an act that blurs the grace and blush of modesty, calls virtue a hypocrite, takes off the rose from the fair forehead of an innocent love, and sets a blister there. It makes marriage vows as false as Dicer's oath. Speak no more, Hamlet. Thou turnest mine eyes into my very soul. Nay, but to live in the rank sweat of an enseamed bed, stewed in corruption, honeying and making love over the nasty sty. No more, sweet Hamlet, no more. These words like daggers enter mine eyes. Nay, a murderer and a villain, a slave that is not 20th part the tithe of your precedent lord, a vice of kings, a cut purse of the empire and the rule, that from a shelf the precious diadem stolen, put it in his pocket. This is the very coinage of your brain, whose bodiless creation ecstasy is very cunning in. Ecstasy. My pulse, as yours, doth temperately beat. Keep time. My pulse as yours doth temperately keep time, and makes his healthful music. It was not madness which I uttered. Bring me to the test, and I the matter will reward that which madness would gamble from.